So, we are today here, and I'm talking like Yoda. Today, we are here at Stovehouse. That sign is over there. I have got hot chocolate from Oh Crepe. Their crepes, though, are just excellent, and I crave them all the time. And mine tastes like hot chocolate. It's very good hot chocolate, but yours is much more interesting.
Mine is different. So it's a matcha latte. It's hot. Hot matcha latte with cheese foam. Which, so I guess
sound like it would go, but
no, but it has a salty, adds a little salty element to it, and then the matcha latte is like a green tea, and I guess it's got matcha in it, maybe.
I bet it's good for you. So it's probably good for you.
I feel like
what
it
you
is.
Should believe anyway.
Yeah, I believe that. It also tastes really good. Have you guys ever been here?
Yeah, we've been here a few times. Have you been? You haven't been here?
Yeah, I have. I can't remember what was going on. There was a concert over there on the stage, and then they have a yoga place here.
It's cool.
They do over in the Breezeway, I think. And then I've come to one of these restaurants, the Fresca Grill. That's where I was. That was really good. So what are some things that your buyers are experiencing right now in this ridiculous market we're trying to survive in?
A lot of expectations that maybe don't match, either match up with the market.
And the market changes so fast.
It does.
I mean, the situation we're currently in has been around a bit, but I mean, for the consumer, you know, from one time frame to another that they are looking into the market, you know, perhaps trying to determine what the value of their home is, because it changes. In a different market, it has a different value. Right.
And typically, like, the most they can do is look up their home on Zillow, look up other houses on Zillow.
So that's the confusion.
And yes, exactly.
No wonder they're confused.
Zillow is not accurate, guys. I'm sorry.
Just a FYI.
Sorry to tell you. And often it'll show something listed as active that's pending or sold. You know? And so people will call me and be like, I want you to look at this house, and it's not on the MLS. Like, it's not active on the MLS. So as real estate agents,
it hasn't been for several years.
Yeah. Oh wait, let's explain the MLS.
Yeah.
So, like, as real estate agents, we have the superpower called the MLS.
Yes. It's our secret weapon.
Yes, and it has the most accurate, up-to-date information on all houses everywhere. Not everywhere in our state. And so if you have a house that you're interested in and you hand us an address and we look it up in the MLS, what we find is going to be what's current
and accurate
right now,
and dependable information.
Right.
As opposed to a lot of times, you know, the consumer will see something on Zillow that says it's active and it's not, and it hasn't been for a long time. Or, you know, even details like the bedroom to bathroom configuration won't be accurate. And I mean, that's an important thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you have to have a minimum of 3 bedrooms, then that information needs to be correct.
Well, I actually just took some clients out to see a house that was listed as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It was
Were you surprised? Did you get a surprise?
I did get a surprise. It was a 2-bedroom, 1 large closet. And
no bathroom?
Well, there was a 1 full bath and 1 half bath.
Okay.
Very small. But yes, not 3-bedroom,
but not what they wanted, and they probably fell in love with it over the interwebs, and then it wasn't even, you know. It was just fronting, Zillow fronting.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, that's one of the reasons why it's really, really good to find a good realtor and like kind of pick their brain, and they have the inside scoop.
Right.
They're able to actually, you know, accurately see what's going on. It's a snapshot of what's going on right now. And we can send that information over to you so that you can kind of get a snapshot of that as well. So what's something that you find with buyers that...
So you brought up the expectation. Is not viable, let's say.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. So that can encompass a whole lot of things, you know, not just the price
Right.
of a home.
If you have $1 million, you can, or 2 million or 3 million, if money is no object, you can buy whatever house you want. You can buy a house with a pool, you can buy a house with, 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and in pristine condition. But even if your income is limited in any way, even if you have a really good budget, sometimes you can't get everything that your heart could possibly desire.
So another term that plays a big part in the buying power that a buyer has, or the borrowing power that a buyer has, is that interest rate.
Yeah.
The interest rate plays a big part in what that monthly payment is going to be.
Yes, exactly.
So right now, it's the perfect time to get a perfect interest rate.
And a lower mortgage payment because of it.
Right. But then the inventory is so low.
Yeah.
So that makes it interesting.
Yeah.
And that's another expectation right now that I think is leading a lot of buyers to disappointment, is thinking that, they've gotten that pre-approval in hand and they're ready to go shopping, but then the house isn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard.
It is.
And I don't know why.
Even county-wide, I'll run a search county-wide or a couple of counties wide, and you come up with 5 houses.
Right, and then you factor in, we want to stay within a certain commute to work, or
Yeah.
we want to be within a certain school district.
Yeah.
And the more needs or wants that a buyer has, the harder it is to find that right now.
Yeah, I would definitely say in this market, in this area, as buyers, you will do very, very well if you're as flexible as possible.
Right.
Think about your absolute needs versus your wants, and be willing to think outside the box. Maybe be willing to do a little bit of TLC in order to find a house that's in that school district.
Right.
If that's the thing that's important.
Come with an open mind.
Yes, exactly. And that's going to help a lot, because one thing that's really good about buying in the market right now is that once you have secured that house and it's yours, that house is immediately in demand. If you decided to turn around in a year and sell it, you're probably going to sell it at a profit. I mean,
right. There's some quick equity.
Yeah.
Accruing in these properties that I've got buyers that purchased with me as little as 2 years ago, and they're ready to put their house on the market just because of it's in their favor right now.
I think probably the biggest takeaway that we can give people from today is you have to have a good realtor. Find a good realtor, like us. I mean, just saying. And that's willing to work hard for you.
That's right.
And then be flexible. Be realistic and be flexible. Think outside the box.
Yes.
You might have, something in mind, but blessings they don't often come from the places that we expect them to.
That's true.
And you might just really love living in that house that you would never have envisioned yourself in.
But that's where buyers usually end up.
Yeah.
Buyers never end up where they say they have to be, where they want to be. This is exactly what I'm looking for. You know, we end up down some rabbit hole in some place we ought not be, and that's the one. But it doesn't have that workshop that it's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have 3 bedrooms. It's only got 2. That's fine. We can make do. So I can tell you something that buyers don't often experience or see coming. Something that I don't really think they take seriously. You know, we talked last week or the week before about how important it was to get that pre-approval letter first. It's just that my chin's a little cold, and so I'm having a hard.
I was just here. I was
really
just listening to the song about the hanging me. I know they're gonna hang me. That was funny.
Anyway, let me get my ADD back under control here. You know what we need to do, Daniel? There, I did it again. Let me not get my ADD under control. Let me go down another rabbit hole. We need to have like a blooper reel started.
Oh, yes.
I already was thinking about that. But I was like, you know, that's not professional. I'll cut it.
It's perfect. Yeah, we can just, if you know what to do. So what happened was, you get a buyer under contract with their pre-approval letter, and then they say, well, I think I'm gonna shop my rate a little bit more. It's not a good idea. Because, and here's why, when you're under contract, it's a legally binding document. And it could be very much the case that your offer that was submitted with that pre-approval letter was chosen because of that strong local banker that's backing your loan. So,
yeah,
I have seen sellers cancel contracts before and back out. The listing agent will notice that, hey, this doesn't match, you know, where we were starting out at.
And sellers don't have the incentive right now to, I mean, they know. Sellers know that they have the upper hand.
They do.
So,
well, and that's not even something that, I mean, that wasn't even something that happened in this market, in any market.
Yeah.
A seller has every right to terminate a contract when something as critical as who the loan approval was with in the beginning. What else has been going on out there?
well, there's been talk about Space Force.
Oh yeah, let's
Space
talk about
Command.
the community. We've got stuff is happening.
Yeah. I mean, there was, I'm going to talk behind the camera for a second. There was that community that's scheduled. Huh? I know, I'm going to talk to the person behind the camera. There's that community around here that's being developed.
Yep. I forgot the name of it. There is a huge development that's actually being created, like, right across the street.
You talking about retail type of?
It's like retail,
It's
commercial.
both.
and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be like apartments and retail and
Oh, another live-work community?
yeah.
Oh, where they tore the hotel down?
I think so.
Yes, I did hear about that. Some apartments are going in.
Yeah.
I mean, we need some housing.
We really do.
Somebody needs to do
like
something.
worried about we don't have enough houses.
I mean, it's been crazy. It's about to get wild.
Even when you're an agent, you have the most up-to-date information, and you go and you look at your days on market, which is how many days that a house has been on market. It's been on market a day. And you give the other listing agent a call and say, hey, I have someone who wants to look at it. Chances are they're going to tell you, oh, we've already received 2 or 3 offers on that. I mean,
At a minimum.
at a minimum.
I mean,
yeah.
and we're seeing, very common to see, double-digit offers coming in on a single property.
Yeah. And if you're renting too, I know very well, because we went from a renting to a new build situation a couple years ago. Timing is really difficult. So definitely get with an agent months ahead of time before you're gonna be out in the street, and let them know so that they can start helping you plan. Because sometimes, and especially when you have a very set, rigid set of parameters, it can be so difficult that, you're gonna have to figure out interim housing between renting and buying, and that's just a headache.
The loan application process from beginning to clear to close needs to be about 45 days. It can be done in 30. I know bankers and loan officers that can do it in less than 30, but that's a safe plan, 30 to 45 days to have that.
And it depends also on the type of loan that you get. Sometimes how long that takes.
Government loans can tend to drag out a little bit longer. Have a few different conditions that have to be met on those properties.
And I know that recently anyway, because of COVID, that USDA has been kind of very slow and backed up. So
historically, that tends to be the case.
So I think that we covered quite a bit. Hopefully you found today's info helpful. If you have any other questions about the home buying process, please contact me, Jasmine Hill, at Saturn 5 Group, eXp Realty, or our lovely
Brooke Brunsfeld, eXp Realty.
Because we're amazing.
Yeah.
And we're also really fun.
We are a lot of fun. I'm very funny.
We just make friends wherever we go.
Listen to the cameraman chuckling.